Hello, everyone. My name is Axel Post, and the man across from me is Tate Stone Forcina, and this is Thinking Right Center, back with the Guardians team preview. Now,
Yes.
not the most interesting offseason, so running through it like we always do. They lose Reynaldo Lopez and Lucas Giolito again, kind of much like with the Reds. They probably pitched a total of how many games do you think for them? I didn't even look this up. 8, like
Not even eight,
maybe not
maybe.
even. Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know. They lose Cole Calhoun, if you want to call
Oh,
it lost,
crushing blow.
and backup catcher Cam Gallagher, who they then promptly replaced with my favorite player, Austin Hedges. They have a reunion with Carlos Carrasco. They sign Ben Lively from the Reds, I believe. And their Rule 5 pick was Davison de los Santos, who we'll talk about a little bit later. And then they made 3 one-for-one swap trades. They got Cody Huff, who is a low minor league catching kind of prospect. He's kind of a non-prospect, to be honest, for Cal Quantrill. Kind of Cody Huff. We won't talk about him because it's not for this year. The team previews for this year. They traded for Scott Barlow for Angel De Los Santos, which I'm sure we'll talk about when we get to the bullpen. I know you'll have some thoughts on Scott Barlow. And they got Estevan Florial for Cody Morris from the Yankees. So,
Wow.
yeah, interesting.
Wow.
I know, just they certainly made moves. That's
They
for sure.
they got more names.
Yeah, they did. So, what we're going to do for this episode is that we are going to segment it more so into actual position groups. So, we're going to start with the infield. We can start at third base because it's not boring, but it is.
Yeah. Jose Ramirez he's just boringly good.
Yeah.
You know he's gonna be really good.
Yeah. So I made the third base video.
Oh yeah.
I had him at 1. You being a Braves fan, you probably don't have him at 1.
I mean, as much as I love Austin Riley, this is crazy. I think Jose Ramirez is the best third baseman in baseball, man.
Damn. I was expecting you to take a hard stance no on that.
Well, it could change this year. You never know. You
Oh, for
never know.
sure. No, if Austin Riley puts up like a 7 or 8 WAR this year, I'm not going to be shocked.
No. Like,
I just won't be.
yeah, we talk
But
about it a lot, but like he has so much protection in the lineup, but you have to throw Austin Riley a strike. You have to throw him a fastball. Jose
oh,
Ramirez, on the other hand, in this lineup,
fun
you can walk
fact.
him.
Fun fact that I learned doing the third base video: Jose Ramirez was intentionally walked the most times last year of anyone in baseball.
Probably
Because
will be this year.
yeah, he'll be right up there this year too.
Yeah.
Because I think we'll talk about another player that I like really quickly. Andres Jimenez. I think we just saw his floor season.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Because I was gonna say, do you think you can bounce back? But you're saying that might be like, his floor and he's gonna be fluctuating up a little bit more.
You're never going to see 2022 again. I think he had a 6 WAR season with like a 130
Yeah.
WRC plus. I don't
Yeah.
think he's that kind of guy. But I also don't think he's a 99 WRC plus guy. But I do know that he's a platinum glove type defender at second.
Yeah.
And he put up a 3 something F war with a hitting exactly league. Put up a 3.6 F war hitting with a 97 WRC plus.
Wow.
Right. That's if he has
Yeah.
a 115, he's up there near 5.
Yeah, that guy, I mean, is valuable no matter how you look at it.
Right. And I like him. I like first base too. It's a going to be Naylor and Manzardo. I think Manzardo plays more first because and Kyle Manzardo. I maybe people don't exactly know who Kyle Manzardo is. He was the trade. They traded Aaron Savali to the Rays and got back Kyle Manzardo, who is a very good prospect.
Huge return. Yeah, we were both super surprised about it as we watched Kyle Manzardo play for the
Yes.
Durham Bulls
Yes, we did.
last June. Yeah, and I remember you talking my ear off about how good Kyle Manzardo is. When I'd only known him from the show when I've simmed a bunch of years, he's always good.
Yes.
But yeah, that was a really surprising trade to me because like Savale isn't the most exciting starting pitcher to me. I got he's solid and he has good individual pitches, but Manzardo's a top hitting prospect.
So what I think is that the Rays identified their next Zach Eflin, and they're just going to run it back, do the same model. I'm excited to actually watch Savale this year because I think he could have like an Eflin type season.
Mm,
If he doesn't, then they'll lose this trade because I think Kyle Manzardo is one of the safer prospect bats you're
yeah,
going to have. He plays a good enough first base. It's not going to be amazing. They're probably going to
yeah,
have to shield him against lefties. But I mean, the Manzardo Naylor combo at first and DH is exciting. Like
yeah.
that's nice. Naylor is not going to hit for your, typical first base power kind of a thing, but he is going to be a threat to hit 300, so it makes up for it.
I'm a big Naylor fan. Big
Yeah, he
Naylor.
hit 299 against lefties last year. So you don't have to shield him against lefties. He's
Yeah,
playing every day. Uh, yeah, so honestly, in shortstop is Brian Roquillo. Do you know much about Brian Roquillo?
very weak hitting.
Yeah.
Um, like higher contact rate, but literally swinging a pool noodle.
Yes.
Um, that's about all I know about him.
Guardians have a type, don't they?
Yes, he's gonna play defense and
Yeah, he does play a good shortstop. He does put the bat in the ball. I mean, he's projected to hit 6 home runs this year, and
projected
he's
six for a
projected to hit.
full season.
Yeah, so I believe in 2022 in the minors he hit like 13. He struggled in a limited sample last year, but honestly, for where they are, you want to plug him in as short, play him a full season, see what happens. I have no problems with that whatsoever.
No, not at all.
Bench wise, we didn't talk about Bo Naylor. Catchers are infielders. Bo Naylor's awesome.
So admittedly, I wasn't super high and still not super high on Bo Naylor.
Really.
I don't know why. Just like coming up last year struggled. But
Well,
I
not
don't
last year. The year before that, he came up and struggled, I believe.
yes.
Because last year he played pretty well. No, obviously in a limited sample. He's played 67 games, had a 124 WRC plus.
It's pretty good.
He's pretty good. I think he struggles against lefties, and unfortunately, you don't have another catcher that's like, oh, we can just plug him against lefties and we'll have a good bat in the lineup because Austin Hedges is the backup. And I
Well,
was looking
outsiders can still run into one.
for sure. Bo Naylor, I think defensively was always the question as a prospect. He improved a ton last year. So I think
Yeah.
bringing in Hedges as like a coach slash backup catcher will be huge
Yeah.
for Naylor.
Yeah, I like that.
And I just want to make this point. Austin Hedges, it just really quickly. Austin Hedges had a 24 WRC plus last year, and he put up a .8 F4.
That's incredible.
That's how good he is at framing a baseball.
Yeah.
Nobody else in baseball puts up a 24 WRC plus in 212 plate appearances and has it be a positive WAR. It doesn't happen.
And he's such a good guy too.
Yeah, he's the best. He's awesome. So that's my
I love
quick. I had to plug Austin Hedges real quick because I just love him so much.
I've started to love him because of you.
That's right. Weak hitting catchers. So catcher, I think they're good. I think David Fry. I don't know if you know who David Fry is. I think he ends up making the team. He showed pretty well last year. He's like an older minor league guy.
Yeah.
He plays a lot of positions, including catcher. Doesn't play them very well, but he plays a good amount
Master
of
of
positions.
none.
Yeah, has a decent enough bat. I think he's just a solid bench guy.
Yeah.
So you have Hedges, you have Fry. Gabriel Arias has good pop. It's just kind of the hit tool thing you're worried about. Again, probably a bench guy, plays multiple positions. And all in all, what did you give the infield for a grade?
For a grade for this infield, Jose Ramirez really tips it and the first base. This infield's like a B plus.
That's exactly what I did.
No way.
Exactly. I had B/B plus. It's exactly what I went with. Because I really like the infield besides shortstop.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
And
really
like if you have a good defensive shortstop with good surrounding infield, I think you're good.
You're fine. And so we'll move to the outfield. The outfield's bad.
I like Stephen Kwan, but I despise Miles Straw.
Yeah, I like Stephen Kwan a lot. But he
Yeah.
kind of, so how old is Steven? Steven Kwan's 26. There are some 26-year-olds where you look at him and go, you know what, he could get better. Like
Yeah. Steve Kwan's gonna be the same.
Steven Kwan is Steven Kwan.
Yeah.
He's another guy. He's projected to hit 7 home runs. If he ever hits 10 home runs in a season, it's a miracle.
This team's awesome. This team's so funny.
It's just they have it tight, man. It's bat the ball. I don't know why they like it so much.
Was this team? I think that I was reading. Yeah, Stephen Kwan went on a podcast and he was talking
Yes.
about how they want to increase their power this year.
Yeah, I think
Like,
there are some moves that they made that kind of actually indicate that, but we'll kind of get into that like a little bit later. So Stephen Kwan is in left field, fine, good play, like actually really really good player.
yeah, good player.
Miles Straw cannot be the everyday center fielder on a team that wants to be competitive.
He's
Another guy
just he's just David Fletcher in the outfield, except
projected
fast.
projected to hit 2 home runs.
Two is a lot for him.
It was a lot for him. I Miles Straw is bad. I'm sorry, he's just bad. Ramon Laureano came over and played halfway decent.
I forgot Ramon Laureano is a Guardian.
Yeah,
It's so funny.
he had like a 103 WRC plus with the Guardians when he came over.
Ramon Laureano is just cool. I don't know why.
He is cool. I was so high on him when he came up. I thought he was going
Yeah.
to be amazing.
That arm of his, the power.
But I don't know.
What do you grade this outfield?
I gave him a D.
Yeah, I said C minus.
Yeah, I gave him a D. I'm like, I
Just
can't.
because Stephen Kwan's cool and I
Yeah,
like
but
his
then,
music.
but like Steven Kwan is not a high upside guy. And then you have two guys, like you have one that I think is legitimately terrible with Miles Straw.
He plays defense though.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, sure. Some guys that we should mention. Davison de los Santos is their Rule 5 pick. He is not 21 years old yet. I think he's going to get sent back to Arizona Diamondbacks because for whatever reason, this is why I think when Stephen Kwan said that, I was like, so that's why they picked De Los Santos because he swings out of his fucking ass and strikes out all the time, which is not that's not what you do with the Rule 5 pick. You don't take those type of guys.
You get a guy who like already has a hit tool that's ready for the MLB.
Yeah, no, if he's not ready, I think he's 3 for 20 in spring. He's not ready. He could be a good player someday. It's just not going to be now. So I'm leaving him off. Esteban Florial is tooled out of the ass as well. I hope he kind of figures it out and plays center field because I'd much rather prefer him to Miles Straw. But he's a guy that's got to figure it out. I think he was like 25 in the minors last year. Like
he's been up and down so many times. Like I've heard his name so many times.
Yeah, he's like the longest running prospect of all time.
Yeah.
I think
I don't really know what to think about him.
Yeah, he's 26 now.
Yeah, exactly.
But maybe change of scenery helps him. But I think good guy to just have on your bench, good pop on the bench, good athlete, fine. Yeah. So gave the outfield a D. Chase DeLauder, by the way, I think he's going to force his way up this year. But I think, yeah, that homer he hit the other day.
Oh my goodness, dude. Yeah.
But I think he forces his way up, but it won't be till later, and it won't be enough to make a difference. So that's why I'm not talking about him. Moving on, starting pitching. The Guardians have a type of hitter with bat to ball, which I don't like. They have a type of pitcher that I do like, where they fill up the zone.
Oh, yeah.
Like all of these guys. So Shane Bieber, Tristan McKenzie, Tanner Bybee, Logan Allen, and Gavin Williams is the one fringe guy that maybe doesn't fill up the zone as much. But they've got guys in the minors that fill up this, like just every dude that they've got just fills it up, man.
All of their pitchers are pitchers, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Did you see the driveline video of Shane Bieber?
No.
He threw a pen that he was consistently at 93, which is what he was when he was like Cy Young caliber.
Yeah, his stuff was weird last year. Like I watched him, it looked like it just had nothing on it.
Yeah, well, he was throwing like we watched a game, I think, and he was legitimately like 89 to 90.
Yeah, it was weird. And like obviously the curveball still plays, but like if you don't have that fastball in the bag, like you don't want to throw it.
No. And the fact that he had a 3.8 ERA throwing 88 to 90 miles an hour, pretty incredible.
Yeah.
I'm looking for the stuff plus here. He had 100 stuff plus in general, which is hyped up by the curveball and the slider, and 81 stuff plus in his fastball. So he needs to grab a couple ticks. I love driveline videos because it just gets me excited. So
Oh yeah,
if he even grabs it up to like a 91, 92 kind of a thing consistently,
still effective.
still will be more effective. So a guy that I'm excited for, hopefully seeing a rebound. It is a contract year as well, so you never know. Tristan McKenzie, another guy to be excited about.
Just a cool young guy that throws a bunch of pitches in the zone.
Yeah, is when healthy is very, very good. He threw like 16 innings last year.
Yeah.
But another guy that you're just excited about. He's electric. He's fun. I think last year he had in the 16 innings he struggled, but I don't think that's not the real Tristan McKenzie.
Those are 16 injured innings.
Yeah, he's still hurt. Tanner Bybee was third in AL Rookie of the Year voting.
Yeah, he's good.
He is good. He had a 2.98 ERA last year.
Very quiet. The quietest 2.98 for a rookie.
Yep. 142 innings with a 2.98 ERA. Do not expect it to be a 2.98 ERA again. The projections have him at a 4.02 ERA. I would say that's probably around where you're going to get high threes ish.
Yeah.
The slider plays, the fastball is not very good, which is why they're expecting some regression here. But I mean, as your starting pitcher 3, love it. He's going to eat innings.
Guardians just don't care.
Yeah, they don't care.
They're like, we know what modern pitching is, and we prefer the other way.
When we know what modern hitting is, we prefer the other way. We don't like power.
We're gonna throw strikes or put the damn ball in play.
Logan Allen is okay, and that's all I have for Logan Allen.
He's a lefty.
Yeah, that's all I've got. Like, I don't know, man. The guy that I'm most excited about, besides like Bieber and McKenzie, would be Gavin Williams, because his stuff is very good. Like,
good.
He's got 112 stuff plus grade in the fastball, a 136 on the changeup. He's just looking for something he can spin. If he can figure out how to spin something, then you're going to see these strikeout numbers tick up. He dominated the minor leagues.
Yeah.
So, and he's not even 25 yet. Yeah, I plug him into the 5. And then,
especially like kind of same with Rakia, like let him take his lumps.
Yeah, just let him go.
Let him go and he'll figure it out.
And then you do have Carlos Carrasco here, which I don't hate having here.
Old cookie. Yeah, and he can eat innings, he can throw strikes as well.
So I don't mind having him here. And then if you're looking for, an arm that you maybe come up from the minors, Joey Cantillo would be the name to look for. Another, honestly, like a Logan Allen type kind of a guy, lefty, and just fills up the zone. Good, decent stuff, fills up the zone. That's the Guardians' way.
What do you give this grade for this starting rotation?
I gave them a B- to a B.
Yeah, I said B-.
Yeah, B- to closer to the B- range, just because they don't have that top end guy.
Yeah. The good part of the Indians or the Guardians. We might have to start this over again.
No.
Fledgling YouTube channel get canceled. What do we do? What do I think about all day at work?
Yeah, right. What will I research at work all day? I hope they don't listen to this. All right, so the bullpen. They have an elite closer.
I mean, yeah.
Class A is an elite closer. He has a stuff plus of 154.
I was watching a video of him today, and I was just like, I was imagining him from my high school batting experience. I was imagining facing him, and I literally almost peed my pants. I was just scared.
Yeah, this is going to be 100-mile-an-hour cutter. I go.
Yeah, it looks like it's coming at your elbow, and it's just right down the middle.
Yeah, the cutter has a 151 stuff plus grade, and his slider has a 160, by the way. His regular fastball is a 132.
His slider's still 94.
And he also, locates. He doesn't walk anybody.
Yes, dude. He just throws. I think he just throws down the middle.
So he did have a weirdly like high ERA last year. I high for him. He had a 3.22. I would expect
Yeah.
it to be sub three, like pretty
Oh,
comfortably.
it will be. Yeah.
Uh, Scott Barlow. We got to talk about Scott Barlow. This trade was so stupid.
Scott Barlow for Daniel De Los Santos.
NL De Los Santos is one better than Scott Barlow, younger
I
than
agree.
Scott Barlow, and has more years of control than Scott Barlow. I don't know why they made this trade. It was so stupid. Do you get it?
No, I've never been a big Scott Barlow
Certainly
supporter.
haven't.
He throws a slider
Yeah.
and it works sometimes it really doesn't. And he's got cool hair. I will give him that.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, I gotta give him that.
But I don't understand this trade at all. Daniel De Los Santos is like, I don't know. I knew his name pretty well.
He was a good reliever for them last year and had years of control. Scott Barlow's in his last year.
I don't know. I don't know why.
I don't know why they did it. But what I mean, he's fine. He's a call him the same. Call him the same reliever. They're fine. He's a good reliever.
Yeah. They also have my favorite psycho in that bullpen,
Yeah,
James Karinchak, the
yeah,
pride of Bryant University.
yeah. I think. Oh, it looks like he's got shoulder fatigue. He's going to miss the start of the season. That just came up.
I love him.
Yeah, I mean, I would like to see him back. That's going to hurt them a decent amount because the rest of these guys, like Sam Henches, is the only lefty that I like. I remember watching Sam Henches with you. His
Oh yeah,
his curveball looks like it comes out from the sky. It's
he's
crazy.
disgusting.
So I like him. I think he's good. But then the lack of stuff in the bullpen too. I mean, it's okay when you're a starter because you gotta just you getting outs is the thing. Like that's the name of the game. Bullpens, you're supposed to have stuff. And I'm sorry,
Mhm.
but like Nick Sandlin, Eli Morgan, Tim Herron, and Ben Lively.
They've been live. Nick Sandlin throws kind of weird.
Yeah,
Eli
that's
Morgan has a really good changeup, but other than that, really nothing to say about those guys.
yeah. Eli Morgan had a 82 stuff plus. So
Oh, yeah, he's like a low 90s
yeah,
guy.
yeah. I don't like and so losing Karinchak and Trevor Steppen is hurt.
Hmm.
Those two guys hurts them a lot because those are their two of the bigger stuff guys that they had,
Yeah.
and now they're gone. So I don't love the bullpen. What grade did you give them?
So this is before I knew Karinchak was hurt. I had a B.
I have a I had a C before I knew Karinchak was hurt.
They might drop down to a C plus for
Yeah,
me.
I had a C. I'll go C minus with Karinchak being
Nice.
him starting the season,
Yeah.
or whatever.
So 78.5.
Let me look who they have in the Anthony Ghost is in the minors.
Guy throws really hard.
That was really hard. Used to be an outfielder. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
But that's really it. I mean, Nick Enright. Yeah, they don't have anybody coming up in the minors that's got like electric stuff that might save this bullpen. So C minus it is. 78 and a half. What are you doing with?
Under.
I'm going over just barely.
Just because that division sucks.
Basically just because of the division.
Yeah.
I think they will hit just enough and the pitching will be okay.
If my theorem holds true and the Royals shoot
Yeah.
up,
Yeah, you're a little bit higher on the Royals than I am, I think, which is why.
just love Drew Waters.
All right. That was 24 minutes. Pretty good.
Hell yeah.
Pretty good. Signing off.